G'day.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. Early morning, rise and shine,
It is.
daybreak.
We're getting on it today.
Well, yeah, I've just got to, you know,
What you
got to
got
get
on?
things
You,
done.
you got things.
Ah, very busy, man. Very busy. Um,
Just gym. You're going gym for like 9 hours solid.
oh no, no thanks.
No?
Wish I had that drive. I just don't anymore. Maybe it's because
Did you lose your license
gym license
for the drive?
for the drive. No, incidentally, I'm learning to drive. Got a lesson tomorrow,
Oh,
but
cool. That's exciting. That's scary.
it's all right. I find it really boring. Like, I'm not a fan.
Are you going? You're not one of these really slow learners, are you?
No, I'm doing all right. Like, I'm pretty good because I drove a bike for a while. I've got the
You
road
rode. You
down.
rode it. Thank you.
I'm quite aware of the road. Like, I don't need to worry about that. The actual driving is quite easy. Like, just going around up and down gears. I'm
Yeah.
not worried about that. I've only had a few lessons, but I find that quite easy. I'm not worried. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not really worried about anything. It's quite easy, but it's just quite boring coming from a bike.
It's easier to survive a crash. Like if you hit someone, you're not
Yeah,
going to
but
get as
that's the
hurt.
thrill, isn't it? That's the
That's the
thrill.
exciting thing.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's all right. I've got to get it done. If I want to go poncing about abroad in Oz and so on, I need to be able to drive. Ah, yeah, it's good to drive. I need to stop having my girlfriend drive me around, really. Um,
You're not a fan.
no, she's all right. But then I've got her on a scooter now. But this is really
What?
awful.
No.
Got her on a lovely little Vespa, like really nice Vespa,
Is this
very
so she can
trendy.
get to work a bit quicker?
Gets to work quicker, gets wet on the way
You like
from the
that?
seat. No, awful. And yeah, it's good. It's all happening. So that's all good. But we need to start talking about vehicles. Tell me about what you've done this week, eh?
This week
What up?
I've been in buses. I've been in. Oh,
No,
the
no, no,
stopping the
no, no.
vehicle thing.
Stopping the vehicles. What have you
Oh,
done
okay, right.
culture-wise?
Gonna say I've had my fair share of buses this week.
I bet.
Yeah, all day long. Oh no, a few hours at a time. What have I actually went to the cinema. I didn't stream it. I did the strange thing in the cinema.
Oh, very
Cinema.
good. You didn't get arrested, did you?
No, no, no. It was dark. They turned the
Did you
lights
go on
off
your
though.
own? Did you go on your own?
No, I went with. I got a sister and
Oh,
she's got like a friend that she calls a boyfriend or something.
oh, you third wheeled.
Yeah, third wheeled.
That's awful.
They invited me. I was like,
That's awful.
I
Excellent.
said
So
no at first, and I was
you
like,
finally saw it.
yeah, yeah. It's oh
Good review. Thanks. Let's move on.
yes.
So, now go on.
Like you say, the visuals. There's nothing that's been done like that in cinema.
Yeah.
There's just constantly like the detail of what they've done with those visuals. It must have taken so long.
Yeah. I don't know how they do it.
Oh, just I don't know. Maybe they just close their eyes and just get like the blur tool and just
Yeah, I think they use a kaleidoscope that used to look through your eye
yeah,
as a
yeah.
kid, and they used to film like an action sequence, and then just put it through the kaleidoscope.
That's easy, isn't it? Actually.
That's
I'm
it,
not that
isn't it?
impressed anymore.
No, I've debunked their talent at visual trickery.
We should make a copy of it. We call it Doctor Weirdo.
Oh, Doctor Pedo.
Pedo Pants.
Oh. Anyway, go on. So you were saying?
That's what I'm saying. But I was actually quite surprised. The quality of the acting was. I was quite impressed.
Yeah,
I
the
thought there
acting's
was
good.
really good acting in there.
There is. Yeah, you got Tilda Swinton, Chiwetel Ejiofor. They're all really good.
That's it. That's why I was like, I remember I was sat there. I was watching. I was like, this is actually good. I'm enjoying this moment. They actually mean what they're doing.
But what about Rachel McAdams?
Yeah,
She's
she
hardly
was
in
there,
it.
wasn't she?
Yeah, a little bit.
She
She's a good actor,
she's like
but
a nurse and stuff.
she's hardly used in it. She's in it for like two scenes.
Well, she is just a throwaway character, isn't she?
She's got to be there so he can have a kiss, you know?
Yeah, and then get like she needs to heal him.
Yeah.
Like she did actually just like he was fine when he then I don't know what's it called again when they do the ring.
Oh yeah.
They teleport. When he teleported, he was fine after that. Yeah.
I guess we can talk a little bit about the end now. It's been out for a few weeks.
Yeah, no,
To
I've
you,
seen
I
it.
knew, like, obviously, because I'm well smart, I knew it was an Infinity Stone. It was obviously an
Oh,
Infinity
yes.
Stone. There hasn't been the green one yet. The
People have
green
been
one's been
saying that.
showing up on all his gauntlets in the like promotional image. Obviously, it was obvious. I knew there was going to be one even without knowing there was going to be one because it's Doctor Strange and we're still missing. Is it two?
I think it's 2. I can't remember which one.
Well, this is now. There's one left, I think. Yeah, because you've had the blue one, the Tesseract.
Yep.
You've had the Ether,
Yep.
which is the red crap one in Thor 2.
What is amazing?
You've got the one in the what's the one in Guardians of the Galaxy? The nice
purple one. It is the World Killer.
Yeah. And what other film? And you've got Vision, who's got
We're not sure. Is it been
yeah, it's
300%
Infinity.
on that?
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah.
sure if it
So
had
that's
actually been
what-
proven.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It is. So that means that at some point, if Thanos is going to get the whole Infinity Gauntlet, which he has to at some point, just for the shot of him not putting it on, he's going to rip it out of Vision's head.
Yeah, it was all the Vision.
That's exciting.
Thing is, it's funny because he won't see it coming, and his name's Vision.
Yeah, that went over my head.
That's the thing. It won't go over his head because it's got to go through his head to get it.
There's that good joke in Guardians of the Galaxy when he goes, "Oh, it'd go over your head,"
Yeah.
and Drax goes, "Nothing would go over my head. I would catch it. My reactions are too quick." Very good. I liked him. I liked him a lot. I'm looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy. So overall, Doctor Strange,
quality film.
quality film.
It's not up to the level of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Obviously not.
That's just got so much entertainment there.
So much entertainment.
so
Put it on the
much.
box.
That is it. But this is a quality film. It's a good watch. It's a good origins.
It is, but like we've seen that, haven't we?
We
Like,
have many a time.
the same. It's a bit Iron Man, isn't it? But with magic.
With magic. But the magic, it's like, how are they going to blend this whole magic now? They touched on it with Scarlet Witch, but now they're properly into it with Doctor Strange. How is that going to blend with everyone else? What's going on?
Yeah.
It's going to be a crazy fight.
We're going to wait and see. Yeah, how are they going to... Because, like, I know Age of Ultron and to a point like Civil War almost had too many characters. How are they going to deal with... Well, the way I understand it, and I think what people are ruminating, is in Infinity War Part 1, because it's 2 parts, we're going to have like the kind of B team, the Avengers B team, which is like at the moment seen as the end of Civil War. It's kind of a bit of a broken half team.
Yeah.
Because Hulk's gone away, he's going to be on Planet Hulk or whatever. Thor's gone away. Iron Man's kind of not Iron Man right now, and so you've got kind of like, I don't know, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye, Black Widow, Ant-Man, and so on, which actually individually seem very strong, but are kind of not the lineup that you had in the first Avengers. So let's call them the B team, even though they're still pretty kick-ass.
He's
But
not in it.
Thanos, who isn't?
Kick-ass.
Kick-ass. He is and he isn't. He was Quicksilver, wasn't he? And
There's rumours that he's not dead. There's theories.
He's dead.
There are
He's dead.
theories.
he's dead.
But there's a theory on
Well,
everything.
there's the theory that no one stays dead in any Marvel thing ever. That's what they need. They need stakes. This is what I'm saying. In Infinity War Part 1, Thanos is going to come down and wreck shit up. He's going to kill people. He's going to be just taking over, like absolutely smash it. And that's why I reckon in Infinity War Part 2, all the A-team, your Thors, your Hulks, are going to have to get back together.
They're like, oh shit.
To bring the
this
big-
big purple monster's strong and he got a big old fancy glove.
Oh, they've got a lot to work on with Thanos, because so far he's been in, 2-3 films, like fleetingly, and all he's been is like a guy looking evil, grinning on a big throne floating on a comet. He's not done anything.
No.
He has not set up any stakes. And I think it's been a bit mishandled, Thanos. He's just, what's he do all day on that crater, on that thing?
Just longs over Mistress Death.
He just sits there. He just sits there. Every time they go see him for council, he's just sat on a meteor floating in space on a big throne with nothing around.
Do you think he's ever asked how anyone's day's going?
Nah, he seems quite self-involved.
Yeah, there's not that whole like, oh, how you doing? Nice, welcome to the Comet.
Long time no see. Yeah, pull up a comet chair.
And float next to me. Let's have cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
Cup of tea. Then he's like, yeah, what's your plans? And he's like, oh, gonna go get a big glove, put some gems in it.
You got to get anything more productive you could be doing with your time?
Nah, just
No, I want to rule the galaxy.
I love it. I love this really because he's got this thing. He longs for Mistress Death, doesn't he? That's why he's trying to prove to her that he's worthy.
Right, yeah, I read that. Yeah.
Which is weird. I think it's a really weird storyline. She's like a skeleton and she's dead.
Yeah, but again, this hasn't been set up in the filmic universe.
Fair.
I don't know. I'm sure they'll do it because the Russo brothers, who did obviously Civil War and Winter Soldier, are really good. So they're gonna knock out the park. But also they've been dealing with far more ground-based kind of the human level of conflict in those two films.
Yes.
I'm wondering how they're going to deal with the whole metaphysical, otherworldly, dimension of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm interested. I'm sure they'll do well. I'm sure it's going to be good because they're good.
It's just got to be something that we've never seen before.
Yeah, never seen before.
That many characters in one thing. There's going to be a load that die off at the start of one of the first ones.
Good.
And then they've got the numbers, but then like in terms of the cast, but then half of them.
I'm not saying that because I'm heartless. I'm just saying we need to see stakes. Otherwise, what's there to worry about? So far, what's his name? Agent Coulson kind of died in Avengers, but then came back in the TV show, so he isn't really dead. You've got Samuel Jackson. They had a good opportunity to kill him in Winter Soldier. He came back. And Age of Ultron, you've got Quicksilver dies, but he's only been in that film, so it's not like we've had a build up of time to care for him. Who else? But loads of people. So those people die but don't die.
Yeah.
You had such a good opportunity. As much as I like Civil War, and I still do, I think it's brilliant. One of the best Marvel films. One of my favourite films of the year. Someone should have died.
Captain America should have died.
Yeah, and then got replaced by the Winter Soldier.
But I wouldn't be surprised if that's what they're saving for Infinity War Part 1.
Perhaps. Or Iron Man, flip it. I know in the comic that's what happens, but
or
flip
just
it.
Spider-Man, they're like, we can't be arsed with all this effort we put in. Let's kill him off.
Sony would have been so angry. They've just worked out this incredible big deal to put him in the film, and then Marvel he's in it for 5 minutes, he gets killed. Squashed by Ant-Man. That would have been brilliant.
Here you go, have him back. Keep ruining his futures.
Just a brief glimpse of what we could have done with the character. The amazing characterization we could have achieved. No, but even Rhodey, War Machine, he gets shot out of the sky. I was like, come on, you've got to be dead. And he's like, I can't walk. And it's like, you're dead.
Just kill yourself. No.
I saw you fall. And I heard someone going, oh, it's more interesting that a character, superhero has to deal with disability. And I was like, is it?
He's going to come back because he's Iron Man suit.
Fine.
He's got a suit that does everything for him. It's like an exoskeleton.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I'll put robot legs on him.
It's like they set the whole thing up with him dying.
Have you watched Archer?
And then they would just... Sorry?
Have you watched Archer?
No, not really.
There's a character now gets paralysed but then gets robot legs. Don't worry.
But as I was saying, they set everything up for him to actually die. It's as though they filmed it that he dies, and then
I saw him fall.
Let me finish my sentence.
Go on.
As I was saying, they set everything up as though that he dies, and then look back at it, and they were like, "Actually, let's film a scene where he's paralysed instead of dead." And they went with that.
No, because when Iron Man's holding him in his cold metal hands, he's like, heartbeat detected. So they're like, oh, he's alive, is he? But
Yeah,
I
but then
saw
he
him
should have
fall. He
died.
fell really, really far.
He has got a suit on.
I know, but still, come on.
Do you think that
And,
suit has ever, like in the trial phase and stuff, ever like pinched their skin? Like,
imagine getting your Johnny caught in between like the two sliding metal plates.
oh, it just sliced it clean off.
Like we think getting
What
your
the-
bit of nutsack caught in your zipper's bad.
Never done it.
You've never got nutsack in zipper.
No, I wear underwear.
So do I.
Why are your balls outside of your
Some-
underwear?
I don't know. I don't know. Now I can't explain why it's happened, but it's happened. You've never ever. This has descended quite rapidly into talking about scrotums.
I can dress myself. Maybe that's the difference.
I can't be alone here.
Well, sounds like you are. It's either me or you.
It's happened multiple times. to
You're the
me.
one putting your balls in your zips.
Oh, well, forget what I said. Anyway, but I haven't really. Let's say that.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
What have you been doing then?
Watching bits and bobs. I went to. I watched Troy again.
The Brad Pitt horse film.
Yeah, light on horse actually.
Oh, there's a giant wooden one. What are you on about? It's not
Aside
light.
from that one,
It's big and heavy. It's wood. Got filled
It
with
is.
like humans.
Filled with humans. Human is it blood? Yeah. I don't know why I bring it up. It's it's
This is great.
it's not very good, is it, Troy?
It took me about a week to watch it because I kept falling asleep.
Oh no, it's entertaining. It's like really fun, like Americanized historical epic. Like it's really fun, and I quite enjoy it because it's so absurd. But I got the DVD just given to me. Someone was checking it out, and like I quite like my swords and epic sandals films. All of whatever. I watched Gladiator again as well, incidentally.
See, that
in
is
the
a
last
quality
week.
film.
That is wicked. Absolutely wicked. I love it. And I'm a bit of a sucker for them. I find them fun. But on the back of this, there's the news of the world say this is the greatest sword and sandal epic of all time.
Why did they say that?
I don't know. They're wrong.
Who decided that?
News of the world.
Maybe it was Brad
Yes.
Pitt. Did he write for the News of the World?
Yeah, Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt self-promotion. Yeah, it's but that's all I really wanted to say about it.
It's got a cool beach scene, hasn't it?
It's got a cool beach scene. It's got good shields, non-historically accurate shields.
Is it a piece of history or is it mythology?
Well, it's based on Homer's The Iliad.
Homer Simpson?
No.
Okay.
Homer. So it is, and you've got badasses like it. So it's I don't know what you'd say.
It's a film. It's fake.
It's a film. It's based on accounts, but I don't know. Honestly, I wouldn't know how to quantify that. It is based on myths and legends, obviously Greek myths and legends. I wouldn't know. They are, meant to be real people, but the fact that what's his name, Achilles he's immortal except for the corner of his ankle doesn't strike particularly true.
No, that's a strange weak point.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's funny how
she
it links
should've-
to his name as well.
Well, no, it doesn't. That's where it came from, isn't it?
No.
Achilles' heel
Yeah.
came from Achilles.
No, it's part of the
Like,
body, isn't it?
Yeah,
They named him.
well,
after
because
a
of
part
his
the
name.
body.
Because of his name.
Imagine if they named him Fingertip.
No, but they named him first.
No, that's you can't name.
She
things
didn't name
before.
him after the
The
Achilles
body
tendon,
was around before him.
but not in the English language. Named.
Oh, that was just like, oh yeah, you go down the back of your leg to that bit. They never named it, and then they just named it after some human. Imagine if there's part of the
Are you a
body
nut
called
job?
Martyn. What?
Are you a nut job?
No.
You think the way the story goes is his mum, Aphrodite or whatever, his godmum, she named him after a tendon.
Yes, that's why I
And not-
think it's strange, and it's quite a coincidence that that's actually his weak spot.
and not the tendon was named after him.
Do you reckon he cowers away when everyone says his name?
No, because
That's his
right.
weak spot. So he's like, oh, don't do that.
Yeah. Oh,
Call me something else.
bloody hell. Anyway, the battle sequences are quite good. It's by Wolfgang Peterson, who did like Das Boot and so on and so forth. He's got a big eye for action. It's fun. It's fine. It's just a bit namby-pamby. Eric Banner's very likeable in it. Orlando Bloom is obviously rubbish. And he just fucks it all up. But yeah.
Yeah, he just fuck that all up.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I did watch was I'm gonna call it Top Gear because it's Top Gear.
Right. Yeah, I've heard of this.
But the Grand Touring ish.
The GT. It's quite cool to call it the GT.
It is, and it's also
That's why they've done it, isn't it?
TG backwards, Top Gear, Grand Tour.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think I'm the only one to notice that so far.
Probably not. People are pretty
definitely am. You know what? It's good.
You know what?
It's funny.
I don't like Jeremy Clarkson.
Oh, see. But there's two others. Like he's only 1/3 of the.
I don't like them either.
Team. But one's like little, and he's like they call him a hamster.
Yeah, he's the little one. He's got a beard now, hasn't he?
And the other one's old, and he loves the again. This is another one. Like May, he's named after a month. Is that when he was born? Exactly. It puzzles the brain. But anyway, back to it. It's funny, and you can see they've got the budget. It starts with this whole scene of like, I said, do you know the desert scene out of Independence Day, where they're all of these vehicles are going across it?
Where Will Smith punches an alien in the face.
Yeah, he does that in a desert, yeah, but it's not in the same scene, is it? Where they're all driving.
Right, yeah, no, I hear you.
Anyway, it's a bit like Mad Maxy, like, they're all going through the desert, and there's loads of cars, cool cars, and they're, like, making their through the cars, and then they end up at Burning Man Festival.
Oh, as much as I hate to say it, I'd really like to go to Burning Man Festival.
I would, but I heard from someone that it's a bit rapey.
Yeah, well, you'll be fine then.
But why is it not the other way round?
What, girls raping guys?
Yeah.
Or just not rapey?
Yeah, maybe rapey just not. Why can't it just everyone get along and no rape?
Yeah.
Just consensual fun.
That's a good way of thinking about it, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
getting off the topic of rape, go on.
So it's cool the way they're doing it. The whole Grand Tour thing is that they've got this tent. Normally they do it in a studio. They're now doing it in this tent. They're going to take around the world. Well, they already have. They must have. They've been filming it for how long? But anyway, so the first one's in Burning Man Fest. Where's that? Californian desert or something.
Yeah.
The next one's in Johannesburg. So they're going around the world. It's a grand tour with the show.
GT.
Exactly. Yeah. TG backwards. Fantastic.
Top Gear.
And they did one of the standout parts of the show was where they have the celebrity section. Okay, so they start with who's the main actor out of Hurt Locker?
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy Renner jumping out of a plane. They're like, oh, he's gonna make a big entrance to it. He jumps out of the plane.
What, to Burning Man?
Down to it's sort of a semi-Burning Man because it's just them in their tent and they had one stage.
Right.
But so he jumps out the plane. They're like waiting for him to come down, and then his parachute never opens, and he just hits the ground. So he dies. Okay, so and he's in. They're all
real life.
No. I think he's alive in real life. I hope so.
But I don't understand.
Well, they're looking out this window in the back of the tent where they're filming. They're all waiting for him to land, and then his parachute never goes, and they drop a mannequin, and it hits the floor, and it's as though he's dead.
Okay.
And then they're like, okay, that's all right, because we've also got the guy that plays is it the Winklevoss twins in the network, social network?
Yeah, Army Hammer.
Yeah, if you name him, yeah.
I'll name everyone. Give me more random characters from films, and I'll tell you who they are.
Okay.
Don't actually.
Okay, I won't. So he's then walking across the desert towards the tent. They're looking through the window, and then a rattlesnake starts attacking him and kills him.
Right.
So they're like, "Oh no, he's dead," and then like, but it's okay because we've got what's her name? She used to do the numbers for a countdown.
Carol Vorderman.
Yeah, that old hag. They get that old hag.
Oh, come on.
She's an old hag, and she dresses
I won't
like
hear
a
a
12-year-old.
bad word said about how Carol Vorderman looks. She's not a good person. She's a horrible Tory. Like really like nasty conservative.
Why is she on the Grand Tour then?
But she looks nice.
For like someone that's had like accidents happen to them.
Oh, you're awful. Carol's very pretty and very good at sums. I'd like to put my pinky in her noonie or her bum.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to do that. She's horrible looking. But she's dressed like a 12-year-old. Anyway, it's as though I can't remember what the reason
my
she died,
dreams!
but she's on the
my
floor
dreams!
dead. She's on the floor dead, and then they just move on from that, and it's genuinely funny. Genuinely
So they've
funny.
got big people in it. Well, and
yeah,
Carol
they've got money, man. Apart from Carol Vorderman, which is just weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, they got the money going on. It's Amazon, innit? So. Boom.
Yeah.
And there's going to be like 5, signed on for 5 seasons or something. 5 seasons, 12 episodes. And it's like, well, yeah, looking forward to next Friday.
Yeah, I'm not.
I am, which is cool. Which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's good. Fair play. Whatever.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
No, it's good. I'm glad cause people like that. And people were all quite upset that, there wasn't Top Gear anymore.
Well, the what? It was just failure.
Oh, yeah, of course. Tell me about that. I'm more interested in that.
I tried to watch it, but it's so awkward. I turned it off. Chris Evans is just like shouting at this person, that Matt LeBlanc, that he's told he's now got to have like some sort of connection with. And it doesn't work. They hate each other. Chris Evans
I'm tempted to watch. Is it still going on?
No, the season ended. I don't. Chris Evans then resigned because Matt LeBlanc's like, I'm not doing another season if he's still here. Which is brilliant.
Excellent. I might watch one episode of that out of morbid fascination.
Well, I'll give it to you if you can get through the first episode.
Oh no, I probably won't. But I would like to. Maybe I'll watch the most awkward highlights.
Yeah, I'm sure there is one on the U face.
I'll watch that. I'll definitely watch that. That sounds like brilliant. But yeah, there you go. So TV's happening.
TV's happening. What's going on? Have you got any non-visual entertainment you have enjoyed?
I went to see a band that I like a lot.
Don't say see here. You went to listen to them because we're not non-visual.
No, I had my fingers in my ear, and
no, your fingers in your eyes. We're listening.
Oh, yeah, I have my fingers somewhere. Definitely in an orifice, orifices, orify, orifu,
or a poo if you put your fingers out of where you are.
Oh, bloody hell! Awful. I went to see Tiger Army. Are you familiar with Tiger Army?
Never heard of them.
I'm a big fan.
Were you the only one there with your fingers in your bum?
Bloody loads of people. Is that the Electric Ballroom in Camden?
Never
and
heard
it was
either.
Bloody hell, you don't live in London, do you? You don't know what's going on.
No.
But they're essentially this rockabilly, psychobilly tiger army. So psychobilly's kind of old Americana rock and roll, country music, rockabilly music.
Yeah.
But psychobilly's that with a kind of like frenzy punk pace. So they came out of the California punk scene of the 90s, which I'm a big fan of. But then they have kind of led by their lead singer, you'll like this, Nick 13.
Is that his real name?
Well, no, obviously not. It's a stage name.
Was he? Do you reckon he was 13 when he thought of that?
Yeah, and then just never changed it.
Yeah, it's like his email. Like, I spoke to someone the other day who's like, that was their name 2016, and this is like a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
Weird, eh?
Yeah, people do that. But anyway, they're really good. They mix, kind of like in their newer stuff, more kind of crooner music, like a bit of Elvis, old rock and roll, but then with the kind of like, they're all hook driven, so they're really like catchy, fun songs. But then some of them are a bit harder, some of them are a bit slower, like you got kind of like nice waltzy songs. Really, I'm a big fan. Their new album Came out a few months ago. I think it's heading to be my favourite album of the year, which is in quite strong contention at the moment. There's been some good
That is
albums.
quite strong. See, for me,
Uh,
I'd probably listen to one album a year, so there isn't much to choose from.
so you've got one favourite album of the year, and it doesn't matter if you like it or don't. It's whatever album you listen
It's
to.
won. It's won all the charts. It's the best selling because I've bought it once. You know.
You buy an album a year, do you?
Oh, I don't. I'd stream it.
Yeah. No, I'd do that as well, but I like buying it. I've bought Tiger Army's album as well because I'm a big fan of it. I bought a few albums this year actually. There's been a load of bands I really like that have released new singles, new records. So I've been on them,
Yeah.
and then bands like obviously everyone's come back this year.
Did you
In
listen
terms
to
of
Kings of Leon? We spoke about this before.
no
You didn't. Do you like them?
Kings of Leon. I thought their first album slash two albums were really good. Especially their first album, the one with like Molly's Chambers and Red Morning Light and so on and so forth. That was a really good album, really solid like rock music. Then they went on and became a turgid pile of shit.
Whoa! Come on!
Well, as You Somebody, Sex on Fire, they can fucking set themselves on fire. That shit was awful.
They weren't. Yeah, but it's better
Awful.
than that. What was the
No.
album they brought up just after that? Or not?
I
just
didn't
after
listen
that?
to that. I was done.
Bad.
I was
But
done. I was
They've
done.
got one good song on this new one called Walls,
I
and
don't believe you.
it's quite enjoyable because it's a bit different.
It's a bit different,
That's
is it?
all I've got to say.
Right, I'll give it a go.
Give it a go. It's quite a nice song.
Oh, just
The
I
lyrics aren't that.
think Tiger Army, one of those
extreme.
bands. For me, like God, all of them. Kasabian, Arctic Monkeys, who bring out this Kasabian, especially their first album was absolutely amazing. Like Kasabian's self-titled first album is just fucking brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then just went on to just become this kind of derivative. They found their niche, their sound, their what hit on the radio, and they just did it again and 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 again. Bloody hell, fucking Arctic Monkeys as well. You got like their first album. Again, I'm still a really big fan of. I think whatever you say I am, that's what I'm not. Is again, it's got loads of good pop rock songs like
I think you're a great
Quite-
guy.
what?
Carry on.
I think they're great. The first album, and then they went on to just do this kind of derivative, more boring, less edgy, less exciting, less catchy. Their new album was all right. Like I liked a few of them, but it kind of was just them, but on the kind of like just kind of doped out. So just a bit lighter and a bit slower and a bit less interestingly produced and less edge. And they had that fucking song that just ripped off. What was it? Arabella, which just rips off the riff from Black Sabbath song from War Pigs.
Oh,
It's
I
the
don't
exactly
know.
like. Well, you listen
War
to it.
Pigs, Roaring Tigers.
War Pigs, the first song from
Animal
Black
Show.
Sabbath's album Paranoid, which is one of the 5 best albums of all time.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm seeing them in January.
Hey, how excited are you?
90% erect
Where are you seeing them?
at the big one, O2 Wembley, blah blah blah.
Oh
The
wow.
big-
So you won't. It's not going to be you're on your own again with your fingers in your bum bum.
I mean, I am on my own.
You're going by yourself.
Yeah, I am.
You can make
No,
friends.
Exactly. I'll make friends with the old metalheads.
Touch their hair.
I want them to touch my hair.
You're gonna have like hair like them. You can dress up and shake it.
I'll wear my Black Sabbath t-shirt.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Has anyone
it'll
got
be
Black
wicked.
Sabbath trousers?
Who has Black Sabbath trousers? I've
I
got
don't
Black
know. Why is
Sabbath
it always
kind of like.
t-shirts?
What you want? Band trousers?
Yeah.
No.
Why? You can sell them for more.
What Black and Sabbath down each leg?
Yeah. Or
Mm.
just like black written over the arse, like them girls that have like, I don't know what they have, like Fitty or something, don't they, written on there?
Do you have like, and then you see people with those, and you want to kind of read them. There's also ones who have kind of low slogans paraded across their breasts, and you kind of want to read it, but then you don't want to look at their breasts for too long. But then it's like, why would you have something written on your top then?
Because they want people to look at their boobies.
But they don't, because then if you do, they look at you and they're like, "Ugh."
Oh yeah, because that's
Why are
the
you
thing.
looking
They're
at me, you
putting
pervert?
themselves in the position where they can be like scumbag, when actually she's inside like, oh my god, someone looked at my boob.
But then I want to explain that I'm not looking at your boob because I'm attracted or they do
You
anything
just
for me.
love the English language,
I just want to know what catchy slogan you've got sprawled across your t-shirt.
and it's probably something like, "Don't look at my tits."
That would be quite funny. Well, I say quite. I mean, not really, but like a little bit funny.
Maybe they have that written on the ass one.
Don't look at my tits, and then on the tits, don't look at my ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I was saying is the gig was really good. They're really fun. The guy on the double bass, because it's a three-piece band, so you got Nick 13 singing and guitaring. You got a fella that used to drum with for Johnny Cash on the drums, and then you got a guy with his massive green double bass. And at points he would lift it up. This double bass is, wider, twice as wide, twice as tall as he is.
It's
Huge
like
thing.
£500.
He's strumming it away like it's mental. Like, his wrist action and his finger strumming power.
Would you have liked him to come out into the crowd with you?
And help me out with putting my fingers in my orifu.
Exactly.
I don't think I would have been able to handle it after watching what he did to that double bass. At the end, they do the old, and this guy on drums, and this guy on double bass, and then he did like a double bass solo. Never heard a double bass solo, but it was off the hook, man. It was wicked.
It sounds good, and it's good. I like how... Are they dressed as lions or tigers?
No, they're dressed as rockabillys. Like they got the slicked back hair.
Why are they tigers?
Tiger Army. It's the name of a band, isn't it?
Okay, all right. So they're not actually like part of a tiger army or anything.
Arctic monkeys. You've never said that. When I brought them up, you didn't go, "Oh, they're monkeys, aren't they?"
Just in cold place.
Yeah, the wombats.
They are just little furry wombats.
The pigeon detectives.
Well, yeah, that's just like anyone can be a pigeon detective.
They were awful, weren't they? Do you remember Pigeon Detectives?
I don't know.
It was when I was in like year 8. It was all the indie bands, the indie bands of the time, like Kaiser Chiefs and blah blah blah, blah Razorlight and Pigeon
Did they
Detectives.
have that Goodbye Mr. A or something?
That was Hoosiers.
Who's?
Hoosiers.
Yeah, who's are they?
Who's are you? They were rubbish as well. But
all right.
There were a few. Yeah, that whole influx of Brit indie music in the noughties. There were some good bands. They were have stuck around, like Maccabees and the Rakes were really good.
The Rakes.
But then Razorlight, the Rakes were brilliant. The Rakes were really good.
Were they also gardeners?
Bloody hell. Just go for it, mate. Do you remember like Razorlight though? They had such delusions of grandeur. The lead singer Johnny Burrell, who looks like a horse, he said, it was on the front cover of Q or something like that at the time. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm the next Bob Dylan." It's like, hold your horses, mate.
Hold yourself, sir.
You're the front man of like a pretty minimally good like indie band that sound like every other indie band that have released 2 records and have had 1 good song on them. Like who the fuck does he think he is? Like, that's good, and it pleases me to say they haven't had an album for like 8 years, and that was a fucking dud. Didn't do well. So you shouldn't take pleasure in other people's failings, but fuck him.
He deserves it. Maybe he's low-keyed Bob Dylan.
Maybe he is. Yeah,
Killed
I
him
don't
off.
know.
Now he is Bob Dylan. Accepting riotary rewards.
This makes me happy. He's Johnny Burrell's been releasing solo stuff, and he released an album this year, and I haven't heard about it. And I wrote for a music magazine, so he's clearly not doing well. The prick.
Aww.
What a dickhead.
Maybe he's like running in the National and stuff.
I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. But to be fair, Golden Touch was a really good. That was a really good song.
Don't
you remember
it. No, I don't remember much.
You don't remember Golden Touch? You'd remember if I played it.
Yeah, maybe, but let's not. I'll pass.
Yeah,
Yeah, pass.
very good. What else is going on? You were saying something earlier.
What? Oh, what? Oh, yes. Big news in the fight world. A week
Yeah,
late.
that's fine. It's when everyone's tuning in to get their fill.
Their useful information, Phil.
Yeah,
UFC 205, Conor Alvarez. Did you
yeah,
see
yeah,
it?
yeah. I did. I watched it after. Oh, it was a lovely finish, man. Like Conor he got what he wanted. Was it second round? Yeah,
Can't remember now.
it was a second round knockout. But he had this lovely like 1, 2, 3, 4 on this fella's like limp head as he was going down. And then he just throwing the hammers on him. It
He
was yeah.
he did well. Like, I'm not a fan. I'm not a kind of fan at all.
I'm not a fan.
But
I
like,
would never call myself a fan of his.
see,
But
I hated him, but
he's an exciting fighter to watch.
yes, and
He's a showman. He's a showman.
he's a complete showman, and he's not gone about it the way every other fighter's gone about it. Is they fight, they win, they get themselves into the position. He's talked himself past like 5 to 10 fights to get himself to the position to even fight for a title.
Yeah.
Which kind of annoyed me, but fair. He's actually performed well. I thought Alvarez was going to destroy him, but he lit him up pretty early and put him away quite impressively.
Yeah, he did do that. It was a solid knockout. I was That's all I watched. No,
Did you not see any of the others?
No, I didn't watch any of the others.
Man, you missed out.
Go on.
The Tyrone Woodley verse. Oh, I've got his name now. Wonderboy, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson.
Right.
So you've got a points karate guy, okay, coming against a wrestler who can lay you out in one hit.
Right.
Okay, but the point of the fight, it went all the way. Okay, it went to the finish. But Woodley had Wonderboy in a guillotine. Okay, and it's so deep and it lasted so long. And no, like the commentary at the time, it was just like, why is this dude not asleep by now? It was quite like a tense moment. My feet were sweating. There was a puddle at the end of my bed. I was watching it in bed. It was exciting, man, and that was just a brilliant round. I think it was the 4th round.
Yeah.
And that got fight of the night. It ended up with a majority draw. So Woodley, who was the champion already, left with the belt. But there was a bit of confusion around that. But yeah, man, that was a brilliant fight. I definitely recommend watching that one.
Yeah.
It was just so exciting.
I'll check it out. And it was what, 10 round?
Sorry?
Was that a 10-round fight?
5.
Oh, right.
10 rounds
got
of
you.
5 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's wrong.
They'll
That's
die.
all gone.
But also another one
Yeah.
to watch out was the women's 115 pound weight with Joanna Jędrzejczyk fighting her compatriot. Is that how you say it? From the same country? Anyway, some Polish
sure.
chick. Karolina Kowalkiewicz or something like that. Who she just walks. She terminated every punch in the face. She spends.
Oh, I saw the build-up to this. I saw the hype game for this one, but I would like to watch that as well, actually.
She spends the whole fight just getting punched in the face, and then in the 4th round, she does hit Joanna with a big old hit on the nose, which busts it up nicely.
Jeez.
But then Joanna she did win. By a majority vote.
Sweet. And did you stay up for it, or did you watch it?
I stayed up, yeah.
Bloody hell, what time was that?
It started about 1-ish, and then finished about 5, 6. Can't remember now. 6-ish, yeah.
How can you... Bloody hell. You didn't have anything on the next day then, I imagine?
I had work.
Oh my god. How? How'd you manage that?
I slept a bit before, and they had like an hour or 2 after the fight.
That sounds awful.
It was worth it, man. I watched it, and then I had no one to talk to about it, so it's so exciting.
You didn't talk to your work pals?
No. See, they're not. I tried touching on it, saying, "Oh, do you like any sports?" Oh, no. Oh, cool, nice conversation here.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. But
not a thriving environment.
not sports-wise, no. Not getting stimulated there.
Very good.
Very.
What are your plans? What are your plans for the following week?
My plan. So today I've got 2 episodes of Westworld to watch, which is
Oh yeah.
Shabam Bam.
Update? Any update on that?
No, well I spoke to you since last week. I couldn't find a link, so I assumed it was a break. You know, Americans like to take breaks for no reason during their seasons.
Well, yeah. Breaking Bad did that for 8 months and it
Fucking
killed me.
Stupid. Yeah. Anyway, so it looks like I've got 2 episodes to watch, which is
Right.
super exciting.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, I'm making things. I'm making things out of rubber.
Oh yeah. I was going to make something out of wood. Go on, you first.
Oh, I'll go first. So what I'm doing, I've got bicycle inner tubes, yeah, and I'm making something called a tool roll, which is basically in it you put your anything to repair your puncture. If you get a puncture, you got your spanner, you got your wrenches, you got your inner tube.
Tell me more things that
okay.
you could put there.
I don't know, any small things. So a little knife to like stab someone if you need. You can put like money. You can put phone. You can put batteries. A small plant if it will fold up.
Plants are quite foldable. That's a good thing about them.
Exactly. You can unravel a whole roll of sellotape, put it in a ball, and probably put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pen lids. Yeah. Anything that's generally small. A baby. Parts of a baby.
Parts of a baby. Let's leave it on that. Carry on.
So I'm making that, and I made one about a month ago, and I sewed it together by hand.
Yeah.
It's impressive. I'll put it on our Instagram.
I'd like to see a photo.
But it's. I was like, I'm gonna make some more and then sell them to the masses. And people will like queue outside the house to get some.
Yeah, sign me up. Jesus.
Exactly. So I've been finding easier ways to join the rubbers together because it's a difficult one. I've tried sewing machine, but sewing machine, the rubber doesn't go through underneath the foot nice enough. I need to get a Teflon foot apparently. Maybe lower the teeth, but it's tricky. So I've gone with glue at the moment. I'm testing that out. How that will hold.
Good plastic glue should fuse them together, wouldn't it?
No, you need rubber glue.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you making out of the woods?
Well, I've bought some wood. I want to make. I'm just going to make a skateboard.
Yeah, I like that. Wooden
well,
wheels?
Easy. No. The wheels and the trucks and the bearings, blah blah blah. I buy.
Oh, what?
And
buy?
You buy them, but I'm just
right.
making
They're
the
not
deck.
like,
All I'm doing is making the deck.
Mind.
So you get what I've done is I've got 3 different coloured wood grains.
Can you talk about this with an Australian accent, please?
I don't think so.
Why?
I don't think I'd be able to. I don't know. Can't do it on call. I just have to kind of sidle into it.
Okay. All right. No worries.
Anyway, so I've got 3 kind of hard wood grains, different colours. What I'm going to do is glue them together.
Yes.
So you've got about 2 foot, 1.5 foot wide by 3 foot high.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to wood glue them together in a clamp. I've got all my...
You've got plenty of clamps, yeah?
I've got all the equipment. So I'm going to clamp them together so they're kind of, pretty flush and rigid. I'm going to draw the shape I want on it. This is where the maths will have to come in, though, which I'm not too good at. I'm going to have to, geometrically draw out the pattern I want.
Are you going for like a snake?
Shape. Now, I'm going for a kind of old school cruiser shape.
Okay, yeah.
So might have a little slight fishtail at the bottom and a nice kind of fat nose.
You should put like a real fish's tail on it.
Yeah, just staple it to it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And then
Maybe
if you're fast enough, it will like flap, and people will be like, "Oh my god, look at that majestic beast!"
What is it? Is it a fish? Is it a dude? Is it a skateboard?
Oh, it's a mermaid on a board.
Oh, it's a mermaid on wheels. Those famous mythological creatures. And then I'm gonna saw it out, sand it down, and then literally just screw the trucks in, and then it's like you've got it.
Sick.
Yeah, I might do a little pattern with grip tape. So like not just put grip tape down on it, but like almost do grip tape for no real reason.
Like
just
a
do
snake.
a couple of something like that. Yeah, just something just like a little pattern in grip tape on the top, and then it will have a nice like 3-tone wood base. And I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I've only got round to. I've been wanting to since the beginning of summer, and I just never got around to it. But now I've got the wood, so I've kind of got to do it.
Ah, that's cool, man. I like tasks like this.
And it's
It
bloody
gets you
easy. It's the thing.
thinking.
It will seem like something far more impressive and extravagant than it is. It's actually pretty easy to
Just
do
get
that,
some wood,
as long
put
as
some
you,
glue in there, get
yeah,
your Pritt
you,
stick out,
if
spread
you
it,
wanted to, you could do it with just one bit of wood, one plank of wood, and you just shape that down.
or just get like a tree and like go up to it and put some wheels onto that tree, and then like lay on your side and put your feet against the tree. Then you've got a big old skateboard.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think that's how they do it. That's how they
I
used to do it, definitely.
Yeah, in the olden days.
I'll tell you what I have done though, and this isn't good. I've got back into Dark Souls.
Oh, the
Have you
game.
ever have you ever played Dark
Never
Souls?
touched it.
Oh, I'm playing Dark Souls 2, which I bought when it came out. Dark Souls 1 is pretty much one of my favorite games of all time. I lost hundreds of hours to that game. Just if anyone doesn't know, it's this cripplingly hardcore RPG where there's no kind of plot structure or mission structure or there's no map. You're just put into this world, incredibly weak with piss equipment, and you get hammered by everything in that world. But the way you build yourself and you get better and you discover new equipment and you learn the intricacies of the games and of the mechanics and what time window you have to attack, what your weapon will do, how much time you have to get out of the way, but all the tiny, tiny intricacies. And because of that, you have to learn it because it's so hard and unforgiving. And if you do die, you get sent way back. You lose all your souls, which are kind of the game's currency that you level up with. And it's cripplingly hard. There is a chance to get back your souls where if you get back to where you died, you can touch your bloodstain, which will give you back the souls.
Bloodstain.
But
That's beautiful.
if you get killed again, you're dead. You're gone for good. Like all those souls are gone, and you have to start back at the bonfire. The only kind of hub, the only safe point in the world are these bonfires that are scattered around it.
Okay.
Which you can light, and then you can like level up there and stuff like that. And if you die, you get sent back to your last bonfire. And
Okay, so there is a way you part save it.
Yeah, no, that's also the thing. The game saves constantly, so you can never like if you fuck up or something, you can't just quit out and start it again. You can't. There's no manual saving. It's just you can't pause the game at any point because in fact there's also this other layer going on with every game's interconnected, and because it's this kind of desolate, lonely experience to go through. But you can leave for other players online. You can leave almost like hints and messages on the ground.
Okay.
That they can read in their games. And then you also have another thing where sometimes you'll see kind of ghosts, which are other players in other games going through the same thing as you. And it's kind of this sense of camaraderie that other people are going through it as well. But then you can also summon people. So you can summon people from their world into your world to maybe help you fight a boss or so on and so forth. But then the other thing is you can also get invaders, which is fucking awful. When you see it will come up with like player has invaded your game, and somewhere in that world there's this guy who's just trying to kill you. And
why did I not know this game was so good?
It's the best game ever. Like the Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2. I didn't play it because it's not quite as good, but once you're in it again, apparently Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne are by the same director as the first game. The first game wasn't by the same director. Miyazaki is the guy's name. I can't remember the rest. But it is also it's the best thing to do Let's Plays or anything like that on because it's so kind of intense and engaging. Sometimes, especially during the first game, I had to only way I could get through it because it's so oppressive and overpowering and intense, and there are moments of absolute hammering failure, like you feel like you've genuinely lost so much time and effort that you've been putting in. But then there are moments of kind of euphoria that I've never experienced in another game. Like there are times when you'll be at a wall, like you can't get by the boss, you don't know how it's done, And then after 2 days of doing it, you have this breakthrough. I'll tell you, there was this boss in the first game about 50 hours in. So I thought had a handle on the world and I was quite a beefy character now. There was this boss, which is in fact two bosses at the same time, and they're both very hard and very different styles of bosses.
Is it a mother with an unborn child inside?
No, no, no. It's a little guy and a big guy. And the big guy's big and heavy and slow, and the little guy's fast and like. All the design of it as well is amazing. Like, I love the design. Is so dark fantasy, twisted dark fantasy, and the monsters and the dragons and so they're just absolutely brilliantly designed. But there was this one that I was hitting my head against the wall, couldn't beat it. After 2 days, when I say this, I was in college, I had a bit of time. I was playing it for 2 days straight, and by the end, Sunday night, it was like 2 in the morning. I was like, I've got to go to sleep. I've got to get up for college the next morning. I'd give up. I couldn't do it. It had beaten me. This boss, I couldn't do it. The next morning, I woke up and I was like, I've got time for one go, like one try at the boss, and I did it in one. All the muscle memory from that weekend of getting fucking annihilated had built up, and I just smashed it. And so now I'm going through Dark Souls 2, which I played for a good 15 hours or something when it came out a couple of years ago now. And I'd got so deep into the first one, and the second one wasn't grabbing me in the same way. So I just I left it, and I was like, I've had my Dark Souls experience, but now I've got into it again, and it's dangerous, and I'm in, and God, it's harrowing, but it's the most engaged you'll ever be with the game, because you have to be. You can't be distracted. You can't be having your mind on something else or doing other bits and bobs at the same time. It's like just a totally immersive experience. You should absolutely play it, because it'll take over your life.
There's a third one out now, yeah?
Third one's out on Xbox One and PS4, and I'll be getting that when I finally do upgrade. Yeah.
After that, I think I need to play it. I never knew. I knew my mate Conrad, he plays it, doesn't he?
You got to do it. You'll but I warn you, that'll be it. Once you're in it, you're in it.
You'll never hear from me again.
Well, I promise you, if you play it and you get into it, it'll be your favourite game.
Has anyone ever actually become a dark soul because of it?
Yeah, my soul darkened a few shades because of it. But the first one, I'd almost say, well, I'd say just pick up the first game.
I've got Xbox One.
You got an Xbox One. You could go straight for the third game if you fancied.
Are they related, or are they completely different?
But this is another thing of it. The kind of mythology and the world that they take place in is so ambiguous and kind of suggested. No story's told. You get kind of one cutscene at the beginning, and then it's just up to you. The story comes from you playing it, kind of.
Okay.
You get a few intro cutscenes to these bosses that you're like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Because you go through these misty, there'll be this doorway that's shrouded in mist and stuff, and you step through it, and then the boss is there. And some of the bosses, second game isn't quite as strong for bosses, but the first game has these, just absolutely horrific as well. There's this dragon that's called the Gaping Dragon, and essentially its mouth starts at its head and goes all the way down the underside of its body. Its whole body is a mouth. It's the design is genuinely horror. No, so it's just filled with teeth. If you type it in, I
can't see how his face works.
Yeah,
he must get jaw ache from it just hanging so much.
Right, it's his whole body. His whole body's kind of a mouth.
Body ache.
Imagine if there was a line from my mouth down to my pubis, and that was essentially a giant gaping mouth, but filled with razor sharp teeth. The designs are brilliant, and you fight like giants.
Oh right, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, it's a lot more aggressive than I had in my head.
Yeah, and that fight is
wow, yeah,
brilliant. There's so many just mind-blowing stuff in it. I can't even begin to explain. I'd say go for it. I'd say go for part of me says you should go for the first one and get that experience because it's just so.
Yeah, but it'll be how old's the game now?
2011.
Okay, so it's not.
It's not old. It's not old. You wouldn't feel it's dated. But then if you wanted to just go straight for the third one, go straight for the third one. Either way, you've got to get a bit of Dark Souls in you.
Might have to consider it though. As soon as I get some money in, I'm getting Battlefield 1, so I don't know if I'll have time.
Well, I say you get Dark Souls 3.
I'm
and
even
then
considering Farming Simulator 17 on the Xbox.
Why?
It's enjoyable, man.
No, don't
Have
do
you
it.
ever tried to manage your own farm?
No.
It's surprisingly
There's a reason
fun.
why not. There's a reason why not.
Whatever, bro.
Right.
Whatever. I think that's it, man.
I think that's it.
I'm happy. I'm covered.
I'm covered.
I'm looking
Get on
forward
there.
to
Get on
seeing.
Dark Souls.
Get on the Dark Souls.
Go on.
Get on it. I'm looking forward to seeing your wooden masterpiece.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
I was going to say, you're just going to move away from your mic slowly.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I was just slowly backing out of the room.
That's all right, man. That's okay. Let's do it. Let's end this right here.
Call it.
It's been wonderful. I've actually really enjoyed this one. It's been brilliant.
I've less so, but good.
That's all right. Okay, dude. In a
See you
bit.
later, mate.
We're out.